Alright guys, we're actually ready early today. We are actually ready early. We're never ready early. Alright guys, what is up? Change the scene. What's up everyone? Alright, so what we're doing today is I'm going to do, it's obviously some discussion around Monarch Limited being sealed and draft. We're going to do one practice of sealed, two practices of draft, just the draft portion. And we'll obviously go through the deck building process and stuff. But we'll actually start off with a tutorial on how to use DraftFab. DraftFab is a great resource to learn how to get better at Limited. I think it has helped me an absolute ton. For those who don't know, it is www.drafatfab.com. You'll be joined with this screen. You have two buttons, pretty much blued. There'll be join draft. If you already have the name of a draft, you can just type in the name of the draft and you can join it, but obviously we don't have one here. If you are the creator of a draft or you just want to do some practice drafts, you can make the game room. It's called Siphon. Wow, let's get it done correctly. We'll start off with actually sealed. So we're going to say we want, we don't want 27 players. We're going to do 8. We'll do 8 player sealed. And here you go the number of packs that you want per player. We're going to do the 6. And then here you can actually choose what sets you want. So if you want to do stuff like Shapeshifter, if you want to do just some spicy stuff like Everfest, physically impossible, but hey, cook. But obviously for today we're going to do Monarch, so we're going to switch all these to Monarch. And boom, so we got all of Monarch. We have 6 packs, so then once we have our title, we have all players. We have a public or private. We're obviously just going to make ours private because we're going to do this alone. We're going to click create. And then here, obviously, because this is a sealed, obviously we don't need bots. That'll be for their portion. So we can just click start game. So once we do start the game, we're greeted with a few things, obviously, if we're doing the sealed. We can create a private game. So this is our deck right here. This is our sideboard. This is junk. This will be used later on. We can just make our game right here. We can instantly just go to Talshar, and our game is booted up. Obviously, we're not the Emperor, it's just because we don't have a hero currently. You can do join private game. If someone else has already created the game, you can just put the Talshar link right there, and boom, you're good. If you want to do a public game, you can do copy deck link, and then you can actually just go to Talshar and put it in yourself, and then people can join. You have options here to add tokens. Tokens will just give you a generic playset of every playable token, and obviously if you need more, you can just click it again, boom, you got 2 of everything. Then you have a couple options right here. Obviously, if you need more crack bobbers, you need more tokens specifically, you got there. You can do export to February, export to CTS, export deck list, export draft log if you're doing stuff like online events. You can obviously sort the cards by pitch, type, talent class, and cost. Obviously, for something like sealed and or draft, talent / class is the best because obviously it sorts everything just nicely here. So then obviously we have our deck here, which we will go over that in a second, but obviously, yet again, tokens, if we're exporting it, how to sort, and you have your different ways to play. So let's generically talk about the Monarch format before we talk about the sealed pool that we got. So in Monarch sealed / draft and limited, you have 4 heroes. You have Bolton, who is a light warrior. His ability allows you to add some more power to your attacks if you charge. Charge is a mechanic where you place a card from your hand into your soul. The soul is a different field in the game, kind of like Banish, but a different. There's some subtle differences there. It is specifically if it is defended by attack action. That's how that works. Bolton has a built-in attack reaction where you can banish a card from his soul, and any attack, remember that includes weapon or actually attack action, that has power greater than its base, it now gains go again, so you continue to go forward. Next, we have Chain. Chain is a Shadow Rune Blade. He has once per turn action. You create a Soul Shackle. What Soul Shackle says is at the beginning of your action phase, not the beginning of turn, but your action phase, you banish the top card of your deck. This synergizes with a lot of cards that say they can be played from the banish. If you use this ability and you gain your Soul Shackle, it says your next Runeblade or Shadow action, keyword is action, so no matter what it is, it will gain Go Again. And obviously it itself has Go Again. Next, we have Levia. Levia is just a Shadow Brute. Levia has the ability that says, if a card with 6 or more power will be put into your banish zone this turn, no matter where it's from, you lose all blood debt during the turn. Now, what blood debt says at the end of your turn, if this card is in your banish zone, you lose 1 life. So you basically can turn that off. Lastly, we have Prism. Prism is a light illusionist that says, once per turn instant. That means you can play it on both your turn or on your opponent's turn. You may pay 2. Banish a card from Prism Soul, create a Spectral Shield. Spectral Shield has Ward 1. I do believe it has been fully errated to just have Ward 1, but what it basically said is, next time you be dealt damage, you may destroy this and prevent it, but that is also the same keyword as Ward. So now that we have the context of everything, just general thoughts about sealed versus limited. I obviously do think that it largely depends on. It is similar to most limiteds. Like, what do you just have the most of? Like, what type of cards do you just have the most of? So if we just look at our pool here, we have 5 Brute, 6 Shadow, 7 Shadow Brute, so that's 13 plus 5, 18. So we have 18 cards that Levia can play, right? 18. So now let's go to Illusionist. How many can Prism play? We have 6 plus 11, that's 17. Plus another 6, that's 23. So Prism has 23 playable cards, and these are not counting generics. Now we go on to Bolton. So far, Prism has the most. So we go on to Bolton. Bolton has 9 Light Warrior, 11 Light. That's 20. 2 Warrior, that's 22. So Prism is still in the lead, but is very close to Bolton. Now on to our Shadow Runeblade. As far as Shadow cards go, we have 6. We have 2 Runeblade, that's 8. Shadow Runeblade, that's 10, that's 18. So far Prism has the most just straight up playables, non-generic playables. So, and Bolton's right behind. So then we'll look at, okay, so our other 2 classes, our Shadow classes, don't have as many cards. But what cards do they specifically have? If they have just absolute disgusting haymakers, there is a consideration. So now we'll go to the Brute. So we have Red Pulping, Red Smasher Big Tree. Those are pretty solid. Yellow Smasher Big Tree, again, pretty solid. The issue is they don't block. And then we have 2 Blue Smasher Big Tree. We have a blue that doesn't block. That's not fantastic. So then we go to just straight up Shadow. We have Ghostly Visit. Okay, so Levia really can't play things like Ghostly Visit. Obviously, it's just because how you get into your banish. Okay, let me rephrase. So you would have to get into your graveyard, then get into your banish, or Chain can just straight up banish it. So with Levia, you'd have to have a very specific play pattern where you probably just block with it, then get to play it from banish. But I'm not a fan of that kind of play pattern, because playing is just a death sentence. But you know what? If we end up having really solid Levia cards, it is a 3-block at the end of the day, so you could go there. We have Lunar Tide Plunder. This says if it hits 0, banish 1 card from the soul, so this is likely to block it. Is also a popper for Prism, which is pretty good. Soul Reaping, absolutely hell of a card. Unfortunately, it is a chain specialization, so Levia cannot play it. Then we have Blood Tribute. Honestly, it's a solid card, but it's another no block. And then we just have a couple more blue attacks. So obviously, Levia pool so far isn't looking amazing, but maybe the Shadow Brute specifically can bring it home. We have Glimpse from the Bells of Hell as additional calls from the Bells of Hell. Banish 3 random cards from graveyard. If it's 6 or more is banished tonight, the next tag gets +3 and Dominate. Go again. So this is not only a 3-block, this is a good way to close the game, actually, especially if we get a lot more buffs. Imagine Common get with something like Graven Growl, so now that becomes 10. That's pretty good. That's 10 dominate. That is half of someone's life dominated, and if they don't have a lot of armor, kind of like we have here, like they're going to be in trouble if we send that kind of attack. Then we have Hungering Slaughter Beasts coming in for 7. We have Underworld. We have what, 2 Underworld Bellows? That's actually pretty freaking good. Then we have another Bellows of Hell, so we have more access to dominate. So at the beginning, I wasn't really impressed with our Levia pool, but I do think the Shadow Brute card specifically do offer a lot. With that being said, I doubt it is still enough for us to want to go Levia. I would really like a few more specifically Shadow Brute cards. Obviously, we haven't looked at the generics, but like I kind of just looking at the names. Like we're wanting 6s. We have 2 6s in red, no 6s in yellow. Obviously, none of these blue are going to be 6s, so I don't think our Levia pool will be good. So we can automatically just take out Levia. When it comes to chain, we actually have We have a good weapon here. We have a dust, and this is better than Galaxy Black. So Galaxy Black, his base weapon, it will come in for 3 if you play the card from your banish zone. Other than that, it comes 1. And if it hits a hero, do 1 arcane to him. Okay, so that's cool. But we come over to the Death Scythe. Death Scythe says when you attack, you do 1 arcane damage. That's already really good. And then it says if a hero's been dealt damage, they cannot gain life during the next action phase. Honestly, I doubt that the life gain portion will be very relevant outside of versus Bolton. But just the fact that we come in for 3 and do 1 arcane, so it's a nice split. I do think we're very, very likely to be able to leak damage a lot if we are on chain. So that is a very good consideration there. So let's actually look at our chain cards. We have a Arcanic Crackle, that's pretty freaking good. We have a Sonata Arcanix, hate the card, but hey, sometimes you just gotta run it. Sure, we have things like Ghostly Visit. We have all access to all the shadow cards here. Obviously, I think we would probably only be running the reds here. Our blue count obviously won't be fantastic, so maybe I do need backup. Maybe we will be playing some of these, but they're no blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have 4 blues, so then we'd probably have to come here. Captain's Calls are pretty good. Middle Wisdoms are pretty good. Do we have any Blittos? We do not. Yeah, I'm not epically thrilled about the chain pull either. Like, obviously there's some very good cards here, but like, I just think it's lacking. So obviously we're probably going to be playing a light hero. So obviously let's just look at the generic light cards and see if those push us toward a certain direction before we look at any class specific cards. We have Illuminate. Obviously it's an absolute banger of a card. We have Rising Solitary. Absolute banger of a card. Seek Alignment. Banger of a card, especially in Bolton specifically. Binding Beam. Pretty solid. Now, realistically, this is just pretty much a direct. But if your goal is to fatigue and you just want a lump sum of cards, you can also add this in just to contribute to that. But keep in mind it doesn't actually block. So if you're against another light hero, you probably would want to run more than the minimum just so you can be able to side this out. I think if you run the exact minimum and you have these in, you're just asking to lose that. Celestial Cloud. Oh, foil Celestial Cataclysm. Hey, if only this was real. Potential Belief. Okay, so far I think these are a little bit better in Bolton. So far, so we'll look at the Illusions and Light Illusion and see if those cards like make us want to go that direction. So far that's 12 versus 11. So obviously when it comes to straight up playables, we have a little bit more in Prism. Red Ignite My Chimera is pretty good. Red Spirits of Serenity is really good. Yellow, okay. So the Illusionist cards are pretty solid, honestly. Then we have Red Herald Protection, Red Herald of Rebirth. So seeing the lack of Herald of Judgment, I would have loved to see a Herald of Judgment, even just one, for the chain matchup. But honestly, like, this is not too bad. Like, it could have been so much worse. But, like, importantly, these all do block 3. So then going to Bowman, Battlefield Blades, Bolt of Courage, Bolting Blade, Courage Stone, 3 Engulfing Lights, 3 and 1 Express Lightning. Then, oh yeah, because we have axes with Bolton. We have axes. Honestly, I think we're better off going with Prism here. I honestly do. So what we'll do is we'll click all these out, and these will be in sideboard. And I think we're gonna play Prism. Do keep in mind that we have Iris of Reality, and not what's it called? Not Luminaris. All right, so with hold on, I got about 3 Halo Illuminations. So main deck. Oh, here we have 45. We have 42, so we're good on that instance. Obviously, we're going to be cutting a good amount of these. Let's go ahead and actually add our Prism. Add Prism. So obviously, I mean, we didn't need to click the Spectral Shield, but what are you going to do about it? Alright, so we're good right there. Feel confident in running both of these. I think this is a pretty good equipment line here. So now it's just what generics do we want, pretty much, is we're looking at. So starting from the top, Frontline Scout, you may look at the defending hero's hand. If this is played from Arsenal, it gains Go again. It blocks for 2. Not thrilled about it. We're going to pass on it. Obviously, we'll add cards back in if need be. Red Minnowism, not thrilled about it, to be honest. I want block 3s. I want the ability to fatigue chain. Oh, pound for pound was in there. What does pound for pound do? Okay, no. Rise Above. It's a 0 for 4 direct if you put a card from your hand on top of your deck. So, like, technically, it's worse than just blocking with 2 cards. But if it goes to fatigue and our opponent is limited in how much they swing, it's actually not too bad. I think we'll keep it. Stony Wootnog. This is a 2-block, but this is actually one of the few 2-blocks I'm fine with having. Just because on a 2-card hand, this is exactly where we want to be. Surging Militia. This is a base 2 for 5, another block 2. But it has a +1 for each non-equivalent card defending it. We'll come back to it. I don't think we'll be playing it. Memorial Ground. So technically this is anti-fatigue, but doesn't block at all, so we're going to pass. Talisman, don't even care what it does. It's no block. This is actually pretty good, because we're going to have auras with Prism. Zealous Belting is an interesting card. Power Grade. I think the majority of our deck is going to have Power Grade than Zealous Belting, so it should have Go again. So on turns that we actually have multiple cards, I think we're good there. So when it comes to like the power cards, like we're pretty much like we did it already. 12. It's what, 17, 23. Alright, so I can cut 3 cards and be at the minimum. Is there any cards that are just god awful? I mean, a lot of these cards actually are, to be honest. But if we're going to fatigue chain, but here's the issue. So like a lot of people just add a bunch of cards and say that's how I'm going to fatigue chain. I guess the thing you do have to remember is the more cards you add to your deck that aren't 3 blocks, the less often you're going to see your 3 blocks. So it could actually backfire in a lot of instances, especially if they have on hits. So I'd like to cut some amount of this. Maybe I just run this. I think this is probably like fine. Actually, we can take up the Captain Skulls and just run this. Let's see. 10, 16, 27. Wait, what? Oh, true. Okay, true. Alright, so I think we'll run this. So, again, what we would do here is we'll create a private game. And we would play this. What I'll do is we'll copy deck link. Here we'll go. Leave lobby. Why am I in the public? What? Why am I in the old one? Single player. Private. Deck link. Format. Sure. What? Like what? Someone else already has a game up. Brother. My brother in Christ. What are we doing? Here, I'll go like this. Here, we can go export to February. Import. Copy. And we can join. Oh, brother. Sorry, I have to, let's see, where does it start here? Crap. Wait, did I organize this? I think I did, right? I gotta try to do this as quickly as I can. You would know, you'd know. One sec. Check out these binding beams. They're pretty dog ass. Alright, do I have light warrior cards in here? I think I do. I do. Oh god. I gotta check out these light warrior cards. I think we're almost good. Almost good. Alright, I think we'll just roll with this, to be honest. Just wanna make sure it's at least legal. Alright, let's get it. Alright. Obviously not in a fantastic hand. Nothing that we do will do anything. So I'm pretty sure. Actually, well, hold on. We can actually go like. We can crack Halo, actually. But I think we actually want to wait. Yeah, we'll wait. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put Frontline Scout in there, so it has go again. We don't filter the Levia, which is like Giga Solid. Make this live. We do have Herald Tenacity. Smash or Big Tree, okay. So how many resources are going to cost us on our turn? Actually, we have a blue, so let me think here. Halo of Illumination, pitch a blue, put a card in Arsenal, put this in Arsenal, activate Prism, that fulfills that, then we can go Frontline Scout, blue, Herald. Yeah, I think we'll just eat this. We'll just eat this. Then pop this, put this. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know what I thought. Yeah, that I had to activate Prism Expression. I'm tired. Okay, so we have a really cool hand here. We can go absolute bazookas. We sacrifice a little to do it. So we can do Frontline Scout. I can look at their hand. They have Smash a Big Tree, Go See Visit. All right, so they have two cards that don't block. I won two blocks, so like we're probably just going to dig in deep here and just like clap them. I doubt they block like anything. I mean, we're sending what 3, 4 at 7. Or are we sending 12 at them? So they block with Go See Visit. Okay, they're blocking with Go See Visit so they can eventually banish stuff. That's good. Giga Fair. So I am inclined to protect this Vector Show because it's 4 damage. Let's go again. But obviously, depending on our hand, like it could change. Obviously, the best case scenario is we swing with Spectre Shield, then an actual attack. Like that's just OP. Not how often it's gonna come up though. 5 dominate, so they'll probably still give me a card. Unless they just want to like swing whatever in their arsenal, but like they can probably just play whatever's in their arsenal, to be honest. And then they'll probably like play whatever in their arsenal the other card. That seems like a logical thing that will happen. So we have a hand here that we really just enjoy. I can activate Prism to get an aura. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me actually see what they're doing. Okay, so this is gonna have to go again. So I think actually we're just blocking. I'm just gonna forget everything I said. We're probably blocking. They probably swing with me an axe as well. This blocks 4. So I can block 3 and 3 like this. And then if they pass, it's fantastic, but they might just go see visit me. Oh, 100% no. Go see visiting just gets it out banished so they don't just take a damage for nothing. That's probably just fine. We'll probably just eat 3 here. Alright. And we'll just swing Herald Protection for 7. This hits me with Spectre Show, which is amazing. Goes to Soul. We like everything that happens here. Does put them in a very, very good life total for us as well. I don't see a reason for them to at least not block here because they don't have cards in Blood Debt. Or they don't have Blood Debt in Banish, so it's not like they need their hand. And also blocking, okay, it's going to pop it. Yeah, it's super fair. Alright, so they got 3 cards in hand. They can probably throw a relevant attack. But, let's see here. I might just pop off. Yeah, I think I might just pop off this turn. And go like Zell's Belting, Pitch, Ignite my Chimera. Well, hold on. Actually, I could go. Is that worth? Is that actually worth to do? If I go again. Could just throw the Chimera. But it'll get like a card out of them. But I think I actually want to throw multiple attacks at them. I'm going to go to 6, which is dangerous. If they choose to throw this instead of Arseling, I probably have to block. Oh, they managed to go see visit. Yeah, true. Also, I get Arseling and throw something. That's pretty busted. I don't entirely know how I'm blocking. I'm probably still blocked with Impenetrable Belief if that's the case then. Yeah, it just cleanly blocks it. Then, okay. Oh, what are we doing? I could probably go pitch this, swing like that, and then just Arsenal. We Arsenal, then we pray. They have 2 cards in Blood Dead, so if they can't turn it off, which currently is going to be hard for them. They'll probably block with a card. Like, there's a world where I could just, like, not block. Or not swing, so they can't block, and they can't play a lot of their good cards. The issue with that is they do have a decent amount of cards that they don't need to ban stuff like that. They just have things like Smash a Big Tree, which is just 7. Did they get a 6? They got a 6. Okay, so they're gonna be able to turn off Blood Dead no matter what now. That's unfortunate, but that's the hand that we were dealt. We drew a no block, but we do have the Rise Above to kind of make up for it. Honestly, I don't hate just like throwing like Eliminate at them next turn. We would like for them to not have go again. We would like for them to not have go again. I meant to press record, but it is what it is, gamer. So yep, see, they just have Smash a Big Tree, so like, so not much we could have done. We'll go here, then we'll Rise Above. I don't actually want to draw this again. I'm actually just going to pay for it. So it goes to the bottom of my deck. Then we just eliminate for 4. Forgot to turn my music back on, by the way. I'm turning like super low. There we go. We technically are playing against a draft deck, by the way, but like, I don't think the difference would be too big here. Obviously, they just got specific stuff, but like I said, it's probably Carrot's probably fine. How many 3 blocks do we have? We have 2 3 blocks, so we're pretty tanky here. I do wonder if we had the option for the fatigue route this game. Ooh, that smells like it's pretty good. Oh, it's pitch greater. Ah, wait, what? There's a card in your pitch zone with greater power than this building space. Oh, they underpitched. They underpitched. I got really confused. Also, I don't care to just turn one of these into a direct. Make this into a direct. I'm happy to just take one here. I would like to make a Spectral Shield and then swing an actual attack. Don't know how likely that's going to be, but we're going to go for it. I mean, if that's the case, we can just block with like 1 card. We can block with 1 card. Comes in for 3, that's probably perfect. No, because, yeah, we won't be able to do both. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're going to take 2 from Blood Debt. So now, they do have lethal. I could go for like a Phantasmify play, but they'll literally just clap me. And it won't matter. Could just go this and threaten like we have something. If we threaten that we have something, they make them block differently. So they opt to take no cards away from their hand and they just choose to pitch. That's fine. Then we'll just go like that. It's unfortunate we couldn't throw it. We probably just would have won the game if we could have threw it. We have 3 3 blocks. That's pretty good. We see no dominate. Dominate would... A buff plus dominate would probably end the game. They do have 2 cards in Blood Debt. Wait, they're not turning off. They're not turning it off. Obviously that part's pretty obvious. So we could take this, take 4, go to 1, swing our. Oh, we won't have it. We won't have it actually. Never mind. Block like this. Take nothing. We'll just throw the Herald of Rebirth. Like, it's fine. It's just fine. They're gonna pop it, but like, there's kind of nothing I could have done. They will have to either turn off Blood or kill me this turn. They just not have powers. Okay, there we go. We have 3 blocks. Let's go. I think we should be living. It's just all about if they can turn off Blood Debt, which they haven't been able to the last 2 turns, which is interesting. Really? So they could have a pommel. I'm going to just block out and play around pommel. Wait, is there even pommel in the set? Hold on, actually, I don't think pommel's even in the set. Alright, cool. Just wanted to cover my bases there. So, boom, there you go. We had a game plan, we enacted it, and we had our game plan from the start when we got our cards. Bam, bam. Alright, guys, that will be the sealed portion. Now we'll move on to draft. Alright, so we'll go through the same thing that we went through earlier. I wish I could put this in dark mode, but sadly I cannot. So it's in draft. We're going to make private. It's going to be Monarch. I'm going to create. So we'll mute the music for this. So whenever you're doing a private draft, and you just want to do it by yourself, even if you do want to invite other people, the same thing will apply. You'll just have like other people in here. You have a couple options. You have fill bots or empty seats. So right now, if I start the draft, there'll be 7 bots. Random seating will mean like you don't play like 1 doesn't play 8, 2 doesn't play 7, so on and so forth. Using a draft timer, some places will use draft timers, and we will be using it for this thing. And review between picks, we'll do 30 seconds to review between picks. And we'll go and start the game. And boom. So these are going to be simulated packs. So starting off, we have 40 seconds left, so look how heavy. So there seems to be a lot of light up here, and then some pretty good generics. Obviously, Yellow Wartune Herald is pretty good, even if we're not on. And if we don't end up getting like Luminars, it's just still pretty good. I think it is pack one, pick one-able, to be honest. Do you want to spot good Levia and chain cards? Like Redwood Rumbler is kind of solid. We do want to keep an eye on cards like that. Well, pack one, pick one, Herald, Wartune Herald. Alright, going into the second pack, let's see if we find anything missing. We see a light card missing, so the person in the 8th position, most likely, is on some type of light hero, probably Prism. So we do want to keep that in mind. Herald Tenacity is also really good. We do also see a Belittle. If we do try to run chain seeing Belittles is pretty freaking good. But heck, Herald Tenacity is just solid. To be honest, it is just solid. I think it might just be the best. Yeah, I think it's just the best card in the pack. Belittle is also a consideration. Alright, so we see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't 100% know if the person, 2 people from our left is on light. I assume they're probably on Brute or on Chain, considering what's in here. Greatest still hands up a really good card. Superior Siraj is a really good card. Herald of Ravages is a really freaking good card. Against, if our person we're fighting is non-poppers, like, it's kind of insane. Figuring Light's also really good in the mirror. I do want some insurance in the mirror, so we'll go out and actually grab Figuring Light pretty early. It does allow us also to stay open. We do see a Valiant Thrust for Bolton. Seeking Enlightenment's pretty good for Bolton as well. We have a blue for Bolton if we want to play blue. Bounding Demigod's really freaking solid for Chain. So what's probably the most open thing right now? I would unironically say like it might legit be Chain actually. Chain could be the most open thing. We can hold off on Chain for a little bit. We'll drop the Prismatic Shield. Stubby Hammers is crazy. But we also have Herald of Judgment. But that's a Stubby Hammers. Oh, like with Bolton, this card's insane. But like, Herald of Judgment. Oh god, that sucks to take, but like, man. Red Herald of Rebirth, Hail Elimination, Herald of Rebirth is pretty good here. I didn't want to play Prism 2 games in a row, but like, it's just kind of open. We find our blue for Prism. That's solid as heck. Red Express Sighting's really freaking good. But we have Red Spirit of Astrality. Into non-pop matchups, the card's just giga cracked. Yellow Heart or Rebirth versus Yellow Illuminate. We'll probably just take the Rebirth, to be honest. We do find a Minimalism. Here, we do find a Minimalism. But what would our pivot be? Our pivot, see, like, we're not open enough. We're kind of still all in on Prism at this current moment. So, like, oh, crap, I took too long. It's just because I'm talking and stuff. We'll just take the Spears. But basically what I was getting at is, it's a block 4. We don't really have enough to say, oh, we can pivot into this. We'll just take this. Take the Seek. Alright, so we accidentally grabbed 2 Shadowbrook cards, so like, hypothetically we could pivot into Levy if we needed to, but let's just not need to. Alright, so far, honestly, solid pull, not much to complain about. It's pretty good. I do say we do have time to pivot if we do need to pivot. So, we're fine. Alright, let's see. Big cards. Another Herald of Judgment. It's insane versus Chain and certain builds of Levia. Red Seas of Agony is pretty good. But I think Herald of Judgment is just too good of a card. We have a blue here, but it's a blue no block. Blue Warchin Herald's pretty solid. I think we just go for the Blue Warchin Herald. I think at this point we're just all in on Prism. So we just look for the best card, Prism, Herald Tenacity. I don't think we care what anyone else is on at this point. We have a full Majestic Stone here. It's interesting. Secret Horizon honestly may not be that bad. But I think probably skating the blue is probably better here. So another Stubby Hammers. It could be like we could hate draft that. We could. Like a 3 block in our class. I think we just take the 3 block in our class. Parable, Red Warchin. Oh, okay, well that's just easy. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Well, if they're just gonna make the picks easy on us, I mean, if they're just gonna make the picks easiest on, if they're just gonna make the picks easy, there's probably only 1 prism in the spot, 2 prisms in the spot on one of them. Would have liked to find a generic popper, but unfortunate. Probably just, yeah, fine. We'll take it. Take that. It's in our class. Not in our class, but it's. Take the red, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we're like pretty hard just on Prism. Like, we have an insane Prism pool, I think. Like all the reds. If we draft, if we get pack 1, pick 1, Luminaris, the game's over. We 3-0 the pod. We would 3-0 the pod without even like think. It would be the easiest game ever. Let's see Luminaris. Let's see Luminaris. No Luminaris. Okay. So what's like the banger card in this? There's actually not a lot of bangers. Like this pack's actually pretty mid. This pack's actually pretty mid. I'll take the yellow. Alright, this is important to see that they're gonna have Spellblood. Take the blue. Glisten would be. We could get cute with Glisten. Like, I actually think Glisten's not too bad here. The ores will keep the counters on them. Time Skippers is pretty solid, but we'll just take the red dominate. Iron Hind Legs, we'll take the equipment. We don't have any equipment so far. If we get another piece of equipment, we'll probably just hard draft it. Yellow War Tune. Option is just a blue. What blue is better? Probably the Ravages Unlimited. Soul Food is crazy. Like an R build, it's not great, but in this, I think you're going to be starving on Soul a lot. I actually think we take it away from Bolton. Surprised Bolton hasn't taken it. If there is a Bolton, obviously they could just be a Prism, but with how we're saying that, there has to be at least a Bolton here. Like there's just no way. No 3 blocks in our class. Oh, just Stony. It's in our class. In our class. I don't know why there's still subbies in here, but we'll have someone else can have it. Take that, take that. Okay, boom. Alright, so the guy next, so I assume this person, hypothetically, would be, they're either Prism or Chain, no 100% know which. But honest to God, like, this is pretty good. I can't really complain about this draft. Like, I could probably cut, like, a little bit just to trim, but, like, actually, do we even need the generics to fatigue? We legit could just run this. Legit. Or we'll go like this. And see if there's anyone that has a game open. I doubt, but who knows. And we'll do like a couple refreshes, but I doubt it. I forgot, how do we do the bot game? I think this puts us against, yeah. So we can kind of see how the deck flows. Crap. Oh, I have it on blitz rolls, don't I? Whatever, we can do like. Actually, we might just get clapped. Hold on. I'm making up blitz rolls. Okay, I can't. But okay, but yeah, you've seen the draft, so yeah. We'll do another draft. We'll do another draft, and we'll probably end the stream. That's kind of all I wanted to do in the stream. We're gonna try our best. Obviously, if it just doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We're gonna try to not do Prism. So we're gonna need to see like really good not Prism cards. Just actually, let's probably like try to do one of the Shadow Heroes. So Reaping's an insane card to see off rip, and I think it's back on pick one bold, to be honest. Yeah, we'll try to hard force chain here. Seeds of Agony, absolute banger. Take all the Seeds of Agony. Exude Confidence is really good. Actually, I think it's our only real pickable card besides like Ghostly. We'll just do the Exude. Rifted Torment, solid as heck. Stubby Hammer is also really good. But, no, we'll do the Rift Torment. If we see another Stubbies, we'll probably take it. Seeds, we'll take the Seeds. There's no Arcane Barrier, so, like, we're probably just super fine. Piercing Shadow's pretty good. Red Seeds, somehow still in a pack. Couldn't tell you how. Ghostly Visit, or actually Captain's Call. Captain's Call is really nice. Oh no. We have to take Blood Tribute. It's our only cast card. Have to take, well, so there's definitely another chain in this. There's either another chain or multiple, Levias. Oh god. This is not good so far for us. We do have a Stubbies, and we have really solid, we have 3 seats of Agony, like, hey. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. But you guys can see, you guys can pretty much just do this as long as you guys want. You guys can keep doing this. Obviously, if you have people that you can do this with, it's even better. Alright, let's see. Good chain cards. Please, good chain cards. Oh. Okay, so Rift Bind Blue, pack 2, pick 1. Let's go. Oh boy. Aether Iron Reef's a pretty good shout here. But it's in the same pack as a Seeds, a Bounding, and an Unhallowed Rites. And a Belittle. And a Ghostly. I still say just take the freaking Seeds, man. Seeds is really powerful. Nourishing Emptiness is crazy. Even if it doesn't have Dominate, it's still 6. It's a popper. I do think we want some amount of poppers. House from Beyond probably makes it, I assume. This is a popper, we'll take the popper. Also, for playing like on a 2-card hand, it's like nicely, it's pretty solid. Arcana Crackle, I like Arcana Crackle here. Belittle without any Minnowism so far is just hard to pick. We've seen some equipment go by a few times, but there's a Budding Demigod. But we are going to take some equipment in the next few packs if we don't see anything good. It's in class, so we'll take it. Speed Shadow, it's just... Wait, why is there blue seeds? What? Dude, are we just taking Overload? Is that where we're at? Are we taking Overload? Are we just taking a blue Overload? I guess we're taking a blue Overload, man. Dude, I don't know. I really don't know. This has devolved into absolute madness. Alright, we'll take a Belittle and just hope it pays off. Take the Brandish. Alright. Oh, that was the third pack, wasn't it? True. Yeah, so we're done. Was this not pack 3? Saying pack 3 review, but I'm pretty... Unless I'm just moving too fast in my head. I could just be moving too fast in my head. But I felt like that was pack 3. Oh, no it wasn't. Okay, I'm just dumb. Cool. Wow, no banger cards. It's unfortunate. Probably Rifted Torment. Another Nourishing. It's another popper. But we get a Rift Bind from Rift Bind's insane. We get a Minnowism. We'll take a Minnowism. Rifted Torment Blue. Is that where we're at? That's probably where we're at, to be honest. Another Belittle. Honestly, we can take that since we have a guaranteed Minnowism. Rifted Realities, like the best thing that was there. Blue Captain's Call is not bad. Toma. The issue with this card does not go again. But like, if we're on chain, it's fine, I guess. I wasn't thrilled about taking that though. Take Void. Okay, wow, we have no playable card except Brandish. That's cool. Yeah, we're getting like giga screwed by there being like 17 Shadow Heroes / Chains. Take that, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So, draft isn't amazing. No crack bobbles though. No crack bobbles. But how would this look? We'll probably just keep all of this, to be honest. That's 24, so we need a minimum of 6 cards. And then everything else is fine. Just see if there's anything that's just egregiously bad. I mean, that's a 0 for 4. Stony Windhogs are pretty bad. Overloads is pretty bad. At 37. Also, I don't care just to run this. Run like a bigger deck, so we can't just get like auto fatigued unless someone matches us. I think this is good. I think we can run this. And that'll be our turn deck. Alright, so that was Monarch. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We got to do a sealed pool, which I actually got to play a game with it too, and 2 drafts, so you guys can kind of get a feel how the packs look and kind of like the thought process through the packs. So hopefully this helped you guys out when it comes to your Monarch drafts. If you guys enjoyed the stream, thanks for coming through. If you guys want to watch this YouTube, make sure you guys like, favorite, and subscribe. Comment down below. Your feedback is always appreciated. It's been your boy Siphon from Siphon TCG. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thanks for coming. Yeah. It's been a good stream.